I'm nervous. I just thought everyone struggled with. I don't even know how to explain it. Hi everyone, my name's Lissy and I talk about pivoting in life, the planned and also the unexpected. I'm going to be taking you on a journey with me for starting a new small business. I'm nervous because there are challenges that I have faced in life, but also I have learned quite a lot as well because there's so much information out there and things that I have struggled with my whole life. I'm actually understanding them a lot more. And also things I have struggled with recently, I'm understanding them as well. So combined with having a chronic illness, it's been really hard dealing with chronic fatigue. If you've ever had to deal with chronic fatigue, my gosh, that has been one of the things that I have really struggled with recently, and also a lifelong thing that I just thought everyone struggled with. I don't even know how to explain it, but I've seen various people speak about it, and if I could insert a clip.
ADHD where you can want to do something and you can be at the place where you're like, everything is set up for me to do this thing. There's nothing in the world I want more than to do this thing that is in front of me. And for me, it's like any kind of work, anything like that. But if I'm staring at the problem, I go back to when I was a teenager and I was like trying to practice trumpet and I was in my room. My trumpet was in my hand. Chair was there, and it's the closer I got or I pushed myself to do that thing, the more there was sandpaper rubbing in my brain. I had a physical, visceral reaction that pushed me away. But the part of that that's not necessarily just like that struggle, there's another voice in my head that's like, you are pathetic and worthless. Why can't you do this thing? You're fighting with yourself because you're like, pushing yourself to do it. Your body and the subconscious mind is rejecting against it. And it's that abrasion that causes this crippling inability to do anything. And it's like, that is kind of that abrasiveness is what I experience in almost anything that has to do with not like something enjoyable. Even if it is enjoyable, that's the thing. It can be something extremely enjoyable. I got to a point where I was playing video games. I would sit on the menu screen without doing anything at all. And it was because I was locked in this crippling state of like not even indecisiveness. It's the complete inability to do anything.
I understand it now. It's about having an interest-based nervous system. So if you don't really understand what I mean by this, I will just explain it through my story, which is the story of my whole life, which, like I said, I thought everyone went through. So it's when you really want to do something and it's important and you want to do it. So let's use the example of starting a business or doing a business. This is the thing that I have struggled with because certain people have said, you should make that into a business. And I'm like, yeah, I really want to. And I get down to it. And because there is a long list of things I need to do, when I make the product, I enjoy that. But then when it comes to putting it up, listing it and doing all those other things, it's been really hard because I know I have to do it, but sometimes I just can't do it. I have all the tools there. I have my computer set up, but really struggle. It takes me a long time sometimes to do certain tasks. And if I had a whole list of things like taking a picture of the product, maybe I need to take measurements, and just do the listing, that would take me a long time. And even just opening up my shop on a platform, that took me forever. Like I have actually setting that up to do it took me so long. I knew I had to do it, but I couldn't do it. And I really thought it was down to willpower. I really thought it was down to laziness as well, because when I was younger, I used to struggle to do homework as well. And university, it was really hard to do essays and everything. I'd leave it till the last minute. People would say, yeah, that's me as well. But it's really like sometimes I know I have to do something. If the urgency isn't there, then I find it really hard to do it. Because if I'm doing something like a small business and it's not urgent, I would find it really hard to do it. I've had to really do the research to understand this. I'm still doing the research now. So I've really been trying to wrap my head around it. I'm still trying to wrap my head around it, but I'm so glad now that I'm aware of it. It's good to know that people are speaking about it, they're trying to find ways around it too. So there is the INCUP method, which I've heard about, and that stands for interest, novelty, challenge, urgency, and passion. And that method is around like the interest based nervous system, or people who have that. I'm still looking into that, and that's why as well I want to take you on this journey with me, because I have watched other studio vlogs and they seem to, well, it might be edited, but they seem to, not everyone, other people share, like, obviously, you know, the ups and downs, but no one really talks about like wanting to do something and just not being able to do it. And they'll just be like, done all of that. And it's really not been, my brain really doesn't work like that. And I was just thinking, how am I going to do this? And that's another reason I want to do this video as well, because I want to hold myself accountable. Also working with chronic illness as well. And I'm also working against negative self-talk, low self-belief and low self-esteem to do with what I'm capable of. And I think it does go back to many things that I just didn't do in a typical way. My brain wasn't working in a typical way. I don't think, or working in a typical way. I do this in every video now. I'm just excited to see where this goes. I'm excited to take you along with me. So if you are interested in this journey, stick around, subscribe, also like this video, and I will see you in the upcoming videos. Let me know below if you struggled with the same thing, or this is probably just your motivation if you want to do something. And if you want to start anything, a passion, a hobby, a business, this is your sign. And you can come along with me, you know, for some encouragement. And yeah, I will see you in the next video.